Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back once again to another live stream. Um, I didn't really have anything planned on talking about tonight. This reason this is, I think I called this the surprise stream because I didn't really have anything I planned on talking about. Um, so anyway, yeah, this is just kind of like a surprise live stream I decided to do, uh, just to just to get something out there. I'm working on trying to get my watch time hours up, so that's my goal is just getting my watch time hours up. I'm right now currently sitting one subscriber away from 820 subs, which has been my goal for like the last week and a half, I think. So anyway, if y'all probably just jumping in, please hit that like and subscribe button, just to help me out. I do have a couple other streams coming on this week, so yeah, I'm really working to get my numbers up, stuff like that. Yeah, it's been a grind. I took a couple days off. I was going to do a live stream, I think over the weekend, but yeah, I work a full time job, so it's hectic sometimes when you got to do this kind of stuff. Hectic, and seeing as I'm off tomorrow, I was like, fuck it, why not just do something tonight? So anyway, I know there's been not a lot of movies dropping lately. I know the big one dropping this week is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I know that's the big one dropping. Uh, I won't be seeing it this weekend though. I won't be seeing it this weekend. I honestly don't know when I'm going to see it. Yeah, everything is good. C4, everything is good. But yeah, this is my first. This is something I won't be catching this week. Um, so I don't know when I'm catching it. I just got to get some stuff knocked out the way first. So I'll probably end up watching a bunch of people's reviews on it, and then eventually I'll get around to seeing it. But it's cool. I ain't really tripping off of it right now. It happens. Uh, it happens. But again, if anybody coming in is brand new, please smash that like and subscribe button. I'm currently one subscriber away from 820 subs. Working my way up the ladder, trying to get to 900 subs, hopefully by the end of this year. So far, this month has been kind of slow, but I mean, 19 subs is better than nothing. I've had way less subs than that. I started off with way less subs than that, so 820 would be something pretty cool. Start off with, hopefully, we like halfway to that goal by the end of this month. Hopefully, we halfway to that goal by the end of this month. But yeah, it's just not a whole lot going on. Not a whole lot going on. I kind of wish I would have did some of the other live streams I was going to talk about. I think Friday. I wish I would have did that today, but I'll save it for Friday. But let me see what the other big movies coming out this year are. I know they got the what's the one movie that's coming out? Way of Water, something like that. Avatar. The movie that took like 20 years before they finally decided to bring in its production. That movie took forever. That's a good question, C4 man. Honestly, it might. It might. I've been trying to avoid watching clips like crazy, man. But living in this day and age we live in, I don't. It's hard to avoid anything, especially when you're a YouTuber and you have to research stuff and you put stuff out there. It's hard to avoid like crazy. You know. So you do the best you can, trying to avoid it. But I don't know. That's one thing. I'll try to wait, especially if it's a big movie, to watch or read or review anybody's stuff. That way, I can get my own opinion. That way, I don't have to worry about having somebody say something negative, and then I'm looking for the negativity in the movie. So I try and be like, no, I'm not gonna watch or read anything. I'm gonna go off my own opinion. But yeah, I can. I'm sure it's gonna be a good movie. Something exciting. Something everybody's gonna look forward to seeing. But yeah, The Way of Water. Honestly, I just don't understand why it took so many years for this movie to finally drop. Like, it's been since what was the last Avatar movie that came out? 2008, 2009, maybe. Yeah, I see what you say. I hear what you're saying, man. It sucks, man, because Twitter is the only place I really get any like major support when it comes to my YouTube channel. So it's like I have to be on there just to promote it. Because if I do it on Facebook or Instagram, I'm not really getting no major support except for like my loved ones. But everybody else, it's just like I don't know if anybody's really watching or anybody's sharing or anything like that. If that was the case, my channel would have blew up by now. So it's like Twitter's like the only real major place that I'm 100% sure that I get any burn. Okay, 2009. Thank you. Yeah, see, it's been so long, man. It's like it took that long for them to give it a sequel. I know it's gonna be a whole new thing of fans, but is anybody really gonna be super interested in this movie? That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Um, Honestly, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't think I even looked forward to the last one that came out. I really wasn't all that interested. I was like, I'll catch it eventually, you know? I'll catch it eventually. But yeah, for this one, I'm not really super excited about it. I don't really care to see it. I watched both trailers for it. I was like, it looks all right, but it's nothing that I'm really like, oh my God, I need to see this movie. I was just kind of like, all right, it looks cool, but it's nothing I'm really geeked to see, you know? Um, I've seen some other YouTubers cover it. They seem more excited about it, but I'm just not like, oh man, I gotta see this movie. But happy to get a live stream in. Happy to get a live stream in. It's been a little minute. I'm trying to get more consistent with these. I need to. I keep kicking myself because I wish I would have got started doing live streams when I first got on YouTube. I'm pretty sure my watch time hours would have been better than what they are right now. But it is what it is. I guess it's better late than never. We're just talking about anything, man. Right now we're talking about Way of Water, the new Avatar movie coming out. New movie coming out. Like I said, I'm not really super excited to see it. Yeah, that's true. I just wonder how it's gonna do now that we're in 2022. I've seen like some pictures where it looks like some of the visuals, like the nose and the lips and everything from what they had in the first film changed up. So it's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's gonna be interesting for people that want to see it, how they change it up, how they change it up. But like I said, this is just a random, like I said, surprise stream because I'm surprising myself just by doing it. I didn't really plan on doing the live stream tonight. This is just something I decided to do. Hopefully get my public watch time hours up. I'm super far away. I'm literally sitting at like, let me look at this. I don't mind putting it out there because I've already put it out there. So as of right now, I'm at 819 subscribers, and my watch time hours are 656. And you need 4,000 to make this channel official. So I'm going to be doing a lot more live streaming in the near future to get these numbers up. Let me think. Was there anything that came out recently that I watched? Okay, so the other big movie that I did watch recently, and I've never been a big fan of any of the scary movies because of the stuff that happens in it, was Halloween Ends. I'm not going to lie to you, I thought that fucking movie was garbage. Okay? And I can't compare it to the others because I never really sat back and watched the other films. But since I watched this one, I want to go back and watch the other ones now. You know what? That's a good thing, C4. I don't know who the antagonist of that movie is, of the Way of Water is either. I don't. I guess they're gonna surprise all of us. But like I said, I recently just watched. Halloween Ends. The movie was like, if you did not know, if they never mentioned Michael Myers in this fucking film, you would not have known that this movie was a Halloween film. This is how bad this shit was. It took 40 minutes before they finally put this dude in this damn movie. I just couldn't get behind it. I just couldn't. But anyway, it is what it is. I think if it was me, I would sit on that franchise for maybe about 10, 15 years before I decided to bring back another movie. That's just my opinion. I would sit on our franchise, wait for about 10, 15 years, and then bring it back. Any other franchise I'll probably sit on? The Terminator franchise. I haven't watched a Terminator movie in a long time. I think the last Terminator movie that I saw was Terminator. What's the last Terminator movie that I just saw? It was the one with he's the lead actor in Avatar films. Let me see the Terminator. I didn't see Terminator Dark Fate. The last one I seen was Terminator Salvation. It came out back in 2009. I have not watched a Terminator movie since 2009. I didn't watch Terminator Genesis. I didn't see Terminator Dark Fate. I know Genesis got shit on hard because they said a lot of the plot and story and stuff was shown in the trailers way too fucking much. I didn't see Terminator Dark Fate. I know everybody hated the fuck out of that movie because, they killed off the main character from the 90s films. So everybody's pissed off about that fucking film. But I like the first two. It's been a while since I've watched them. I don't remember what the story was. Not much Puma Fist, man. Not much, man. Just getting a surprise stream in. But yeah, I know a lot of people did not like the most recent Terminator movie that came out. Actually, no, scratch that. No, actually, yeah, they didn't like that. What I was thinking was the last Terminator film that I seen. The last one I seen was, Terminator Salvation. I could have sworn there was another one that came out. Okay, so Terminator 3. I never understood why Terminator 3 came out super late. Like, the first one came out back in, 91? The second one came out in 91. The first one came out in 84. And then you got Terminator 3 came out in 2003. I never understood. Hey, what's up, Grand Views? I never understood why Terminator 3 came out way in 2003. Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Sometimes when you get sequels in movies, especially the third film, it comes out so far apart from when the last one came out. Like, even like Men in Black 3. I think the last not Men in Black 3. I was thinking of something different. But Men in Black films. When was the last Men in Black film? Men in Black. Let me see. Men in Black 2 came out, I think, actually in 2002. Yeah. Men in Black 3 came out in 2000. What year did Men in Black 3 come out? 2012. That's one thing I don't get, man. It's so long between movies. Yeah, I honestly, I gotta see the OG Candyman. Never watched them. And the Terminator film, I like the first two. Third one's all right. I didn't even watch the last two that came out. And the last one I seen was Terminator Salvation. But that's the thing that gets me. I don't know if it's the script. I don't know if it's the actors are so busy. But it's like there's always a super long wait in between movies. I never understand it. So, okay, Men in Black International, I did watch that. You know what? I had a fun time watching Men in Black International. I like that movie. That movie was actually pretty good. I hate that we're not getting the sequel. It's like all the movies that what's his name? All the movies that Chris Hemsworth does that's not a Marvel film, they all do shitty numbers. Now, people might like them personally, but I'll have to see them for myself. The last thing I seen he did was The Extraction. It came out 2 years ago. I'm waiting for a sequel to that. I know he did Sparta Hair recently. I haven't seen it. Thor, Love, and Blunder was fucking garbage. I was gonna fall asleep to the movie several times, but I was like, no, I gotta stay up. I paid to see this shit. I paid to see this shit, so I gotta watch it. So that's just my 1-2 on that. But yeah, I love The Extraction. That was a good ass fucking film. I guess since we're here, I guess I can ask you, how do y'all feel about the direction of Marvel? I think I talked about that in my last live stream. How do y'all feel about the direction of Marvel? Honestly, I can't sit there and say I'm super excited about the direction. I'm more excited for what DC's doing because I feel like it's more mystery behind it. You know what I mean? Oh, damn, that's how you feel? Damn, it's fucked up. Damn, all right, at least you're being honest, Spoonfist. I mean, listen, from phase 1 to 3, those are the best fucking phases the Marvel had. I still go back and watch the old stuff from the first 3 phases, and it still gives me that old, excited feeling I had when I first watched this stuff back then. But recently, it just hasn't been the same. Like, phase 4 has been complete garbage. I know a lot of people are feeling like, who's the lead dog now that Tony and Captain America aren't around anymore? Or the conversation switches to, why can't we get Tony and Iron Man back again? You know what I mean? To me, I don't mind it being gone for a while. I'm cool with that. Let somebody else take over. They had their time to shine. They did a great job. But yeah, I'll have to agree with y'all, man. Marvel is just not really. They not been hitting it off on all cylinders. The only, like I said, two good TV shows that they've had recently are what was one of them? TV shows, WandaVision and Moon Knight. That was it. Those were like the only two ones they really had. They really did good. The rest of them were okay or garbage. Like I said, I stopped watching. What was it? She-Hulk after episode 3 or 4. I still haven't gone back. I forgot that thing just came out. I just brought it up, so that's what made me remember. And yeah, I do have to agree. Puma Fish, they don't do anything good. It's like they trying to change the bad guys and make them. I don't know, like like they kind of in the middle. Where it's like they're not all bad, but they're not all good. They just got like these alternative motives where you're supposed to almost sympathize with them or something. It's like no, make bad guys, where they have to get killed off. You know what I mean? Like we don't want to have bad guys or bad females, whatever. They have a reason we can, like no, they're bad guys for a reason. Let them be bad guys. Don't try and make them sympathetic. That's my point. But DC, I'm curious about. I still have not seen Black Adam yet. I want to see it, and it's funny because everybody's like, The Rock does not want to have anything to do with Shazam, even though he hasn't come out and said it. But you haven't heard him say anything about him working with. Who's the guy who plays Shazam? I don't know his name. I had to look it up. Who's the guy that plays Shazam? He hasn't Zachary Levi. And it's funny. So now I need to go and watch the first Shazam film. I think I started watching it one day and then I just kind of like clocked out because for me it's like with DC, we know their movies aren't going. They haven't been going anywhere, even though they've been like movie after movie. Maybe it's just because of the old regime. That's what it was. With this new regime, they, it's not like they got an idea. The new man in charge has a plan. So I haven't seen it, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I will not be seeing it this weekend, unfortunately. I don't know. Maybe I pick a random day throughout the week and catch it. Maybe a Tuesday when movies are like real cheap. Maybe something like that. But yeah, I won't be catching it this weekend. I've been trying to avoid watching clips. I seen a little clip of it earlier when I was on Twitter. Immediately just like went to something else because I'm trying to avoid as much as I can. But living in this day and age, and especially being a YouTuber and trying to keep my channel going and, getting to 900 subscribers, I have to, be online. I can't just take days and weeks offline until I see the movie. That was my original plan, but obviously I can't do that. So I'm sure it's gonna be a good movie, man. I know a lot of people have not been happy with the decision to not recast Chadwick Boseman. And originally, I was not for them recasting Chadwick Boseman. I wanted them, like he was the only guy I saw as Black Panther. I still see it that way. But the more I've actually sat back and thought about it, I really don't have an issue. Even if they got to use a multiverse thing to do it. You know what I mean? I know it's going to be weird for everybody, but it's been plenty of recastings. It's not the first. You know what I mean? But I'm looking, it's just hard to look forward to what Marvel is doing. Honestly, I can't sit here and say I'm excited. I'm just kind of like, you know what I mean? And like I'm not really excited, but I'm just kind of like to what they're doing. Well, like I said, when it comes to DC, there's a lot of mystery on that side. A lot of mystery on that side. So I was trying to see if they even had like a 2023 lineup because we already know what Marvel's lineup is for next year. If there is one thing I'm curious about though, I think when it comes to the DC side is who excuse me is okay. So the only thing I see for them next year is the Flash and what's this other one? Blue Beetle. I hear you, Puma Fist. I'm not so much more out, man. I'm like, it's just Marvel. I think I'm being worn out on. Marvel. That's it. With DC, there's nothing being worn out because I don't know what's going on. They've had nothing going on. So I don't mind like jumping outside of the Marvel and DC bubble and talking about something else that has nothing to do with them. I've been thinking about reviewing another movie series, but like spacing it out maybe over a span of weeks or months, just to kind of like give myself time to do other stuff in between. Because the last time I did a big series, it was the what franchise did I recently reviewed like 2 or 3 months ago? Damn, I can't remember what the fuck it was. It was some franchise, Predator franchise, Predator, yes. And that was something I burnt myself out on. So if I do it when I do another franchise review, I'm definitely gonna space it out. Actually, it's a Predator. Then after that, I did Men in Black. I spaced those out. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be something I space out. I thought Aquaman was supposed to come out next year. But it is what it is. Um, okay, so I'm kind of looking at the list now, seeing what they got. Yeah, see, that's the problem. They have to change the story from the comic books to fit the current MCU. So I know that's some issue. So probably a lot of people out there, but it comes with the job. They gotta make some changes to fit the MCU. They can't keep it the way it is from the comic books to the movies. Unfortunately, DC has 4 movies coming out in 2023. I was looking it up, but let me see. Okay, so next year, okay, I see Shazam: Fury of the Gods. I like the new suit. It looks better without the fake padded muscles. And then you also got Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. That's 2. The Flash is 3. I'm still surprised they're going out with this. And then Blue Beetle is 4. I don't understand why they still got Blue Beetle coming out. They should have just went ahead and dropped shit. They should have just went ahead and dropped the Batgirl movie. I would have rather see that. Not that I don't have anything against Blue Beetle, but the problem is don't nobody really know anything about Blue Beetle, including myself. I'd rather just watch the Batgirl film. I mean, it just don't make sense why they're still releasing this movie. And it's not like they can make the movie, sit on the movie, and then decide to release it way down the line. I guess if they would decide to release it, they could put it on like HBO Max or something like that, or just come out with a Warner Brothers, a Warner Brothers app. It's like the big things everybody's doing is dropping their own apps. Thanks, Nerd Comics Universe. I appreciate you stopping by. They changed the stories from the comics so they don't have to pay for the story, right? Maybe I ain't that deep in the comics to know how they change things up. Maybe they don't. I don't think they do. But it's like I guess maybe because the story stretches on for so many issues in a comic book that they have to chop it up to make it fit their movie. Same thing with like novels. When they make movies like Harry Potter or The Hunger Games or the Divergent series, they have to make it fit the movie. So they can't have it where it's just like all these movies, they can't just fit a whole 1,000 or however many pages in a book into this movie. They have to chop it down bit by bit. So, it's just how that works. But yeah, I was talking about earlier about how movies take so long to come out with the sequels. Like it's like 8, 9, 10 years before you get a sequel to any movies. One of the movies that I watched a while back, I actually watched it multiple times. I really like it. Was Peace out, man. You too, man. Thanks for stopping by, C4C. One of the movies I watched recently that one of the movies that I watched recently, not recently, it's been months, but I actually enjoyed, but it was like a long time before we finally got the sequel, was Men in Black, not Men in Black, but Bad Boys 3. That movie literally took like 5,000 years before we finally got a sequel. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. I liked the story they had in it. Okay, so Pumafit says, like Namor, they turned him into the Aztec dude. Do it was just different enough that they don't have to pay royalties. Maybe. Like you seem a lot more deeper in that stuff than I do, man. I never been deep into how that works when they started changing characters around. I think he was like the ruler of what, like I don't know, Atlantis or some shit like that. But I knew they had to change the place because I think he was messing up what DC had. So that's interesting to see what they had to do. Interesting to see. Yeah, it's very interesting to see what they had to do. But I'm like, look, if y'all got bad guys in the film, just let the bad guys be bad guys. But like I was saying earlier, I just think some part of it sucks when you have to wait so long for sequels to movies come out, Because it's been like years. I think there's another movie coming out, or there's supposed to be another sequel. Actually, no, this is a funny good. So I was on Facebook and what is it? Vince Vaughn, I think is his name, was talking about doing another dodgeball movie, but I guess he was waiting on the green light from let me see who he's waiting for. Dodgeball film. He was waiting on the green light from I can. Oh, Ben Stiller. Okay, so he wants to do another film, but he's waiting on a green light from Ben Stiller. And to be honest, I like the first movie. It came out back in 2004. I do not think this movie needs a sequel. Like, leave it as a one and done thing, man. So yes, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. There's something online saying that Vince Vaughn has a great idea for Dodgeball 2, but there's a catch. And of course, he wants it to probably go through Ben Stiller, but Ben Stiller is pretty much retired, as far as I know, from acting. And he's just kind of chilling now. I just don't think the movie needs a sequel. I think it ended fine with just one film. It don't need a sequel. I might do a video about that. Something small, something small. But yeah, something small, something small. Uh, like I said, just decided to get this live stream out the way tonight since I don't have to do anything. So I don't have to work tomorrow. I appreciate everybody who stopping by. Um, but yeah, I don't. Some movies I don't think they need sequels to because it be so long between the first film, second film, sometimes the third film. It just be like, why even bother doing another movie? Like I said, I like the I like the last one that came out. I don't think they need to do any more though. That's just my opinion. Some movies don't need sequels. Some movies just don't need sequels. Yeah, I know, man. I see, man. I appreciate you stopping by, man. I've been trying to be more consistent with live streaming, but it's hard when I gotta work and just trying to get more people in. But it's like shit. My channel, I don't know, it's so small. I can't get thousands of people or 800 or 900 people in here. So I'm usually only been averaging like two, three, four people. I agree. Most movies don't need sequels, man. Like I guess recently there was news coming out about Michael J. Fox having an idea to reboot the Back to the Future franchise, and I'm like, no, don't even touch that shit. Just leave it the way it is. Because originally, I think maybe like I don't know how many years ago they were talking about putting who was it? The guy who played Spider Man in it, Tom Holland, in the Back to the Future. Like there's like a deep fake video where he played Marty and Doc Brown was played by the guy who plays Iron Man. I can't think of his name right now. And I was like, no, just leave this stuff alone. Just leave this stuff alone. Yeah, I know. I don't want to see a reboot. I'm fine with the first three films. I like the first three movies. I don't think they don't need to do anything with those films. It's like you can't recapture the magic that movies brought back. It just don't work that way. It just don't work that way. Um, but it looked like the news was just let me see. It looks like the news was just them dropping a shop, I guess a store. But then there's something else, like it says here. Let me see. I can't say it, but the future holds something. So I guess there's a tweet that came out that says, "I can't say yet, but the future holds something very special for you. Stay tuned." There's something about it that connects with people on every level. It said about the franchise. I just feel like it will come around. I think this is Michael J. Fox. So I'm hoping they don't do any another one. Let me see. Boomfree says Michael J. Fox probably needs the money, but that is a seriously bad idea. Not to mention he is all shaky with the Parkinson's. Yeah, I know. I didn't think it'd be a good idea for them to drop another one either, unless they have him play the father in this one, and maybe they got some relative or nephew or somebody play a relative to Doc. That's the only way I can see them making it work. But still, man, we don't need any sequels. Do not touch these movies. Leave them alone. They can do a movie that was inspired by the films, but they don't need to do movies that are connected to these films. It's like everything doesn't need to be rebooted or brought back. Like hypothetically, like not hypothetically, but actually, what was it? I'm going with something super old here. The Wonder Years. They recently did a Wonder Years, not a reboot, but they brought another show back called the Wonder Years, but it's a black family in the '60s instead of the it's a black family from that time period, and it just don't make sense to me why. Like it doesn't make sense why. Like we don't need any more reboots of TV shows. There's a reason that these TV shows came out in the time they did. You can't recapture that same magic that what was back then. Whatever came out in the '90s worked. You can't go back and bring back the magic that was back then. Same thing with the 2000s. You can't do that. You can't bring back the magic. You can't just go recreate like all that Kenan and Kale, the old '90s Power Rangers. Like they try to do, like they keep trying to bring back so much stuff that came out during those time periods. You can't do it. It just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. Um, so it's something I don't think Hollywood will ever understand. So it's something I don't think Hollywood will ever understood. That not everything that comes out needs to be rebooted. It's just how it is. Let me see. Puma says we don't need any more movies with characters who bring in their kids. It always ends up being a daughter who is smart. That's very true. That's very true. It does. It does. It always ends up bringing a daughter. Like what's the movie they just recently rebooted? Not rebooted, but they did a sequel to. I did not like that fucking movie. It was shit. What was the movie they did? It was a Disney movie, Halloween film. Hocus Pocus. Okay, I recently watched Hocus Pocus 2. That movie was literally a piece of garbage. They would have been better off just making the OG characters who starred in that film. They would have been, I mean, not the OG characters, but the little girls who starred as the younger version of the witches. They would have been better off just letting them have their own movie because they completely shit all over the fucking sequel. Bink, I don't think Binks was in here. They just maybe put the black cat in there as a respect to the OG movie. But the guy who played the zombie, whatever his name was, his character is fucking useless. But yeah, this movie was garbage. I didn't like it. It didn't make any fucking sense. Oh, you didn't wait. So which one? There was the recent one that came out. I actually kind of like that one. I didn't really. Oh, Ghostbusters Afterlife. So I actually kind of like that one. I didn't make sense to me though why the brother was in it. Let me see. What's the brother's name? Trevor, aka Finn Wolfhard. It didn't make sense to me why he was in. Because the whole focus was on McKenna Grace, who played Phoebe. I think that's what the daughter's name is. But it didn't make sense why they had the brother in it. His character was kind of just out there. I never watched the 2016 film. I never watched the 2016 film. I seen clips. I remember watching the trailer for it, and I was just like, "This movie looks like garbage. This movie looks like garbage." And then like the actors got so heated and shit. Like Leslie Jones, she got super pissed off because I guess it made it seem. I guess she made it seem like the studio was pretty much just sweeping their movie under the rug, and then they were just moving on. Which in a way, that's basically what they did. But I can't blame them. I mean, nobody liked the fucking movie. Nobody wanted to see it. You know what I mean? It just didn't make sense to continue on with that franchise if nobody wanted to see it. You know what I mean? It just didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, why it takes so long for sequels to come out, I don't know. And it's funny. I remember I was sitting at work when I saw the Men in Black 3 trailer, and I was like, "What the hell? Why is this movie coming out? Did anybody even ask for this film?" And it's funny after sitting back and watching it. Like the first few times I probably watched it, I didn't really like it, and so I left it alone. And after watching the second film and then watching the third film, I didn't really care for the second film as much as I did the third one. Um, but the first one still is the best one. The first film is still the best one out of all of them. The second film it wasn't that good. The third film was a step up, but it's not that much compared to the second one. I just think the bug in the first one was the best fucking villain out of all three films. See, I gotta watch the Rambo's. I was gonna start watching the first one, I just never got around to it. The biggest movies I've seen Sylvester Stallone do are the Rocky movies and slash Creed films. And then fast forward from that, it was it Escape Plan ones that I watched, which I know those are like, not major movies that he's ever done. But I just found those movies to be interesting, especially the first one. But yeah, he has like one, two, three, four, five films out in Rambo. So Rambo First Blood Part 2, and then Rambo 3, just Rambo, and then Rambo Last Blood from 2019. The last movie that I saw Sylvester Stallone do was what was it? What was his last movie that he did? Was Samaritan. I didn't like that movie at all. I did not like that movie at all. I thought that movie was terrible. Let me see. So Rambo 1 is the best. 2 is fun. 3 is so. 4 is amazing. 5 is pretty good. I'm surprised because I figure by the time actors get super old and they start acting in movies, that's where their shit really starts to go down and they're just not as good. I guess it depends on if they keep themselves in shape. Like you've seen Arnold Schwarzenegger come back so many damn times, but it's been less exciting to the point now they need to just let the franchise die. Um, so it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm actually reading this article right now. It says Sylvester Stallone says not being in Creed 3 is a regretful situation, and the movie is going in a different direction than he would have chosen. I mean, he chose to step down, so I mean, he did what was best for him. Movies go in different directions all the time when somebody steps away. So it happens, man. It happens, man. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this one. Um, in my opinion, do I think these movies hit like the Rocky movies films? No. I don't think these movies will ever hit like they did, like the Rocky movies from the 70s and 80s. And Puma says Arnold needs to retire. uh, yeah, you can say that. You can say that. You can say that. I don't know if he's getting around like that. He can study acting movies. So how old is he anyway? He is 75 years old. And let me see. Sylvester Stallone is how old? He's 76, so he's actually older. He's actually older. I don't even know the last movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger even starred in. Was it Terminator Dark Fate or was it something else? I watched some of his movies like Total Recall, Twins, Jingle All the Way. That's one of my favorite movies. Batman and Robin, live action heroes. Yeah, there's a handful of movies that Arnold Schwarzenegger started that I've watched. The Sixth Day. But yeah, I just I don't know. It's just how studios act when they do sequels to movies. It take like 20 years before they get the next one dropping. Then it just kind of loses its fun. It just kind of loses its fun. But anyway, man. Yeah, there's just not a whole. I'm trying to see what other movies coming out this year, this month, that are going to be looked at outside of Marvel and DC. Let's see what we got. Whew. Okay, so the list is actually pretty shaky. I'm not seeing anything on the list right now that looks good for this year. Like, there's nothing really good. See, all I want is a good Punisher movie, The Dolph Lundgren from Eden Nazareth, but all the other ones stink. I didn't know there was a Punisher movie that came out that long ago. Let me see, Punisher from 1989. I watched the one from, was it the early 2000s? Okay. Oh, yeah, the guy who starred in, he played the Punisher? Wow, I never knew that. So now I got to watch this because I didn't know there was one from 89. So, yeah, I got to watch this. Probably didn't know because that was the year I was born. So I watched the one from 2004. I watched the one from 2004. And I actually liked the one from 2004, starring Thomas Jane. That was a good one. And then fast forward, there was Punisher Warzone that came out in 2008. I did not like this movie. I still don't. It just wasn't interesting. This one stars Ray Stevenson. I didn't really care for the one that came out in 2008. The one in 2004 was good. And then I know they did the TV show. With what's the guy's name? John Berthel. I know the TV show that came out in 2017. That's one thing that kind of bothers me when it comes to like Disney, Marvel is that with Daredevil, Born Again, they're hitting the reset button. It don't make sense to me at all why they're doing it. It didn't make sense to me at all why they're doing it. Like the last one, like I don't know. I understand they want to tell their own stories. They don't want to be involved in, what Netflix did. But to me, I just feel like, why hit the reset button? It's doing too much. It's doing too much. Oh, nice. I'm definitely catching it. Oh, because I don't have a long list of movies I need to watch right now anyway, so I definitely need to catch that. The thing I do want to watch, DC Super Sons, like Superman's kid and Batman's kid, just to watch it. But yeah, I appreciate you sticking around, Puma Fist, man. I was hoping somebody else would drop in here, but it's been pretty dead tonight, man. I mean, it is a Friday night. I know everybody's probably Monday night. It's Monday. Holy shit! It feels like a Friday. Yeah, I was hoping I get more people in here. I know my streams have been inconsistent. This is the reason I call this the surprise stream, because that's basically what it is. It's a surprise live stream. I didn't really plan on live streaming tonight, so I just wanted to get something out there. I just wanted to get something out there, just hopefully get my watch time hours up little by little by little. And you drop some funny videos, man. No lie, man. I still go back and watch a lot of your the Rippaverse videos, man. Something that I wanted to just bring up since we in this live stream, which I thought was kind of funny. I think the one guy you got on the Flickr dude, whatever, like he was giving in-depth reviews on the Rippaverse comic book, was, in my opinion, I think he said it too, but the front, or maybe somebody else said it, I don't know. I watched a handful of reviews. The front of the Rippaverse comic, the back, and on the inside, you got 3 different versions of Esam. Like the front don't look like the back don't look like the front, and the front don't look like the inside. Like if you look at the comic book, the front, Esam has a fro, and on the inside he has a regular cut, and on the back it looks like somebody completely different. It doesn't even look like Esam at all. And I'm not saying it's the bag on the stuff. I'm just saying it because it's the truth. If you look at the comic book, it has 3 different versions of Esam on. Like I said, I hope issue 2 is better than this one. I hopefully get more information. I understand you want to keep some stuff in the dark, but it's crazy because it's like I was thinking about all this stuff I've been wanting to say. So maybe I'm happy I can get this off my chest now. I hope issue 2 is better than issue 1. I will get issue 2 when it comes out. I don't know about the other comic books. I have to see what they are. I'm pretty sure it'll be Norfolka and Yara. Yeah, they do. They all look different. My thing is, what was I gonna say? My thing was that I forgot what I was gonna say about the story, but I mean, yeah, they all look different. Like 2 minutes. Like 5 minutes stops. Sure. Yeah, I'll try and like I said, they all look different. I forgot what the biggest thing I was gonna say about the story was. It is what it is, but yeah, they all look different. Actually, something about the way that they, I don't know. Maybe I think somebody said maybe he had 3 different artists working his characters. Because, like I said, the first one has a fro. The second one on the back doesn't look like Esam at all. And then you got the one on the inside. And I've watched people talk about the cards, but there doesn't seem to be any much information about them on the cards. If I could get them, I get them for free. I don't want to pay any money for them. That's my biggest hiccup. I don't want to pay money for these cards, and it's like there's not much information about these characters. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. That would be fun. I just want to get my camera and stuff situated first. There hasn't been too much of them going with that, but I'll definitely do that. But yeah, man, I hope when Ripperverse does better. I just don't want to. I hopefully get more information going into the second one. But I was looking online and I was looking online and I saw that comic books drop like every a month, 2 months. So my question with the Ripperverse comic is it still gonna hold people's interest going into next year, knowing that it's been months since the last one dropped? If the next one takes a whole year to drop, people are still gonna be interested. I know that's how novels work, but I don't know about graphic novels. You know what I mean? And Pumafish says the cards are nothing. They don't have any info. I would honestly have to agree, except for like the height and weight. That's it. But everything else that they tell you about the cards, there's not much information. It's like they just completely, I don't know. There's not a lot of information when it comes to the other cards. So I'm kind of glad I didn't waste money on getting them. The funny thing is the pamphlet, man. That's the funniest thing I've seen somebody talk about is the size of the Ripperverse comic, but not the comic, but the issue that's like this is funny. It's got to be spam. But yeah, what I think is funny is the not the Ripperverse comic, but the stencils, the comic book that comes out before the comic book, the one you work on when you try and get all your drawings up. That's the one I thought that was funny because you spent like $74 on it, and come to find out it's only like 10 pages long. Yeah, the concept book. Yes, thank you. Yes, the concept book. That's what I was thinking about. That thing, that's fucked up, man. That thing is unbelievable. It's literally like 10 pages long, and it's like 60, 70 books, man. I mean, look, if I was going to do a concept book, I would wait till I'm probably like maybe 3 to 5 issues in, depending on how long it takes to pump these comic books out, so I can have a better expanded book, and I can actually give details from start to finish about how I got here with these characters. I think the guy you said that did the video on the book, he said that Yar was the only character in the book. Oh, it's 8 pages. Holy shit. He said that the comic book only has Yar is the only one who has like different designs and different stuff. Everybody else looks exactly how they look in the book. So it's not really a concept book. It's just a book with very little information. But yeah, 8 pages, man, for like $75. I can't see that being worth a lot of money in the future. But anyway, I don't mean to hold y'all up. I appreciate you joining the live stream, man. I'm finna go ahead and cut this off now. I got some stuff I need to take care of. I appreciate everybody who stopped by tonight. I do got a couple live streams coming Friday and I believe on Sunday, so definitely look out for those. Hopefully I can hold strong, keep those live streams. But again, thank y'all all for joining me tonight. Pumafish, you the last one here, so you the only one I'm talking to. But I appreciate everybody that jumped in. I'll see you on my next live stream. I'm finna end this in 3, 2, 1. We out. Peace.